Hey everybody, this is Julius of the Goat Movie Podcast. I'm here to reintroduce a series of videos, a weekly series of videos that were on our old channel. These are the What If discussions, where we discuss different points in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and drastically change them, seeing how the universe as a whole would be affected. These videos started back in 2019 in anticipation for the What If series now on Disney+. I'm joined by a variety of different guests where we talk about these different instances and scenarios. We're going to release them weekly like we did beforehand, and we hope you enjoy them. Obviously, a lot of these discussions became episodes, so it's going to be fun to compare and contrast then to what we have now. Enjoy the content, the conversation, have a good one, stay safe, and goodbye. What's happening, everybody? My name is Julius.
I am Justin.
Justin, it's time to ask a question. What is the question today?
What if Spider-Man never met Tony Stark, aka Iron Man?
Damn, this is a very heartbreaking question, and I thought it was going to be very close to reality, like a month ago when they said, "Oh yeah, he's out of the MCU and all that shit."
I was about to break someone's fucking bones, but okay.
Before we get into that idea of what if, right? What were your reactions when you heard Spider-Man was coming out of the MCU?
I was heartbroken. I mean, they set it up so well, and I'm not gonna lie, like Spider-Man, he solely belongs to the to Marvel.
Yeah,
especially now more than ever.
Yeah.
I mean, Stan the man, like he dedicated like his whole life into like, you know, promoting that character, really writing kick-ass stories about that character, and really giving ideas as a producer to make this a really like awesome, relatable character.
Yeah,
for all ages.
To quote
really.
Robert, it's chocolate without brownies. That's what it is. You know? Yeah. So how do you feel about that whole idea? I know how I feel. I think it's ridiculous and it's a asinine thing to say, but there are complaints and there's an idea floating around, fans of Spider-Man saying, "Oh, Spider-Man's better out of the MCU." You know, he doesn't belong in the MCU. What do you think about that?
No, they're idiots.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Here, let me just tell you this.
They're Venom. They're walking down the street to James Brown.
Here, look. Let me
Piss blood.
Let me just tell you something, okay? Spider-Man, look. I know that Homecoming didn't make as much as, like, you know, Far From Home did, but Far From Home, like,
Far From Home wouldn't have made as much without Homecoming.
Yeah. Like Far From Home, like took it up a notch.
Right.
Practically gave us like almost the best villain in the MCU, like up there.
He's up there.
Yeah. So like,
but that's another complaint people have about the villains, that they're all tied to Tony Stark. I feel like that is a smart way of your storytelling, of building up your universe, of your villain, of setting up a villain. You know, it's not like it's not like these are just Iron Man villains, you know? It's a way of connecting Spider-Man further with Tony Stark, which is another complaint in the MCU that people have.
Not just that, but like it's further connecting Spider-Man to the MCU and as a whole.
I mean, they're trying to make him the face of it, right? Why not connect him to the original?
He was supposed to be the face of it when it began, but I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think it's a weird complaint. So what do you so why does, right? We know why he doesn't not belong, but why does he belong in the MCU to you?
Okay, he belongs into the MCU because he brings that sense of, like, you know, goodness, responsibility, and really just overall like doing the right thing versus, like, you know, just like taking orders or like doing what people are supposedly telling you what to do, or just doing whatever the public views or deems worthy as doing.
Talk about it. Come on, man.
Like,
look, the MCU was missing something for a long time, and aside from X-Men and Fantastic Four, it was Spider-Man. That was a big dream for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So when I hear people say, "Oh, he doesn't belong in the MCU," what?
No.
This is something we all wanted for so long, right? We were even open to having Andrew Garfield come in as Spider-Man back when it wasn't even like a reality like it is now.
These are the guys that wanted the X-Men and the Fantastic Four in Fox, and
damn,
we need to shut them. We need to shut them up.
I love how you're like John Connor on the radio right now, talking to the human survivors right now.
This is John Connor. If you're listening, you're part of the resistance.
This is John Connor.
Keep Spider-Man in the MCU. Well, okay, here, let me
keep Spidey in the MCU.
Here, let me tell you something, okay?
Or Skynet will prevail.
Look, I can already tell by this shit. Like when the next Spider-Man movie comes out,
and that's confirmed.
Yeah, that's confirmed.
He's back.
Yeah,
in the MCU.
And like when that movie, I bet you it will.
Yeah,
it will make like another billion.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
and it's because they knew what they were doing with the marketing.
Hell yeah,
they knew how to market this shit.
And then like when whatever movie he's gonna be appearing in, like next, like if that's either Avengers or Fantastic Four, would be pretty cool. But
that would be dope.
But no,
did you listen to the podcast I did with Angel and Robert?
Oh yeah,
about it?
I did. I really liked it. But I mean, I think he solely like needs to be a part of that next Avengers movie.
Yeah,
just because, like, you know, if that makes $1 billion,
Spider-Man 3,
Spider-Man 3, and like his Avengers appearance, like it's already set in stone. He needs to be in the MCU, set in stone. Just
more money.
Yeah, of course it's not just that. Like, it's a constant fucking money flow. So why would you want to like take him out? Like, if anything, that's gonna lower down your profits really fucking bad.
Yeah, it's weird. These complaints are weird to me. I feel like it's just a smart way of adapting a character that was on him. Like, we're used to Spider-Man being on his own. That's true.
Yeah.
You know, most of the films, he's not interacting with any other superheroes or whatever. It's just Spider-Man doing Spider-Man. But, I mean, things are changing because Spider-Man, when he was introduced in the MCU, he was introduced into a universe that was already moving really, really fast. So he had to change for it. You know, a lot of people are going to complain like, oh, why? You know, I don't like that they're replacing Uncle Ben with Tony Stark, and I can get that to a certain extent. I hope the whole Uncle Ben concept is introduced appropriately, where it fits the story, where it's satisfying. You know,
I feel like Spider-Man 3 is like the best.
I hope so.
Way to do it, because like that just covers like the entire like. In my way, that's a good way to close like a trilogy right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, shit. Where'd you come from, Spider-Man? You know.
Yeah. Why are you here in the first place?
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't start off doing Spider-Man type stuff with Stark. You know, you were doing it well before him. You know, well before you met him. Where do you come from? That's the thing. So should we get into the what if?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which, you know, we got the Spider-Man talk, but. What if he had never met Tony Stark? Tony Stark never came to him in Civil War. You know, he never said, look, I need your help fighting off Cap. What do you think? Like, how does this affect the MCU?
I'd say like in a very big way, because like the characters, as in like the villains and shit like that, they play a really big major role. Across the MCU, like you would think that Vulture, like, you know, he has like a vendetta against Tony Stark, and then like when you get into the idea that, like, you know, like Spider-Man, he's not talking to, you know, Tony Stark.
He doesn't know any of those other guys.
Yeah, he doesn't know any of them. Then like he won't get involved and shit like that. Like, you know, he's probably still gonna be making like weapons and shit like that, selling them to like other people across. Until I don't really know. Maybe like if it was kind of like set in stone, like the Vulture just like robs the plane and somehow Spider-Man sees it. I guess that's one way how you can do it, but that's besides the point.
It would still be affecting his area of Queens, you know?
Yeah.
All that gun dealing and stuff, you know? He'd still have to take care of it.
Hell yeah. And I'm pretty sure like there's no way that the Avengers would miss that.
Yeah. Yeah. But they'd probably send someone like lower level. You know, maybe like a Falcon to be like, oh, go on.
Like either Falcon or I don't know, maybe like Clint Barton or maybe Black Widow.
Maybe
Black Widow would be pretty cool.
That's the thing, man. This really does change how does this affect the narrative of Civil War at all? Because obviously he was brought into Civil War to fight at the airport battle. So how does that affect it? Does the Cap team win more? Does Iron Man win more? What's going on there?
Well, okay, it's still 50-50 in my opinion, because look, they both got Vision and Wanda, so
yeah.
So even without Spider-Man, I'm pretty sure they can handle themselves. But
but they got Giant Man though.
Yeah, they actually,
and Scarlet Witch.
They got Giant Man.
And they got Cap, by the way. Like Cap, like that's the cool thing about that whole fight, is that sure, Tony Stark is gonna come with like more ammo, more toys and stuff like that, but Cap, the battleground is his playground,
Hell yeah. I mean, this guy
fought in World War II, for God's sake.
Yeah, he fought in World War II, but like this guy is like an expert in strategy, okay?
Absolutely.
Like you're telling me that he's not gonna win this shit? No, he's gonna win it.
If Spider-Man's not there, I feel like he's got a better chance. It's just one less distraction, is be like, get out of here.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you got to take into account too. Like Tony also had T'Challa live with him, so
yeah. But we saw what happened when.
Oh yeah.
Like, because T'Challa is also going after Winter Soldier. It's crazy. Oh my God, I don't like thinking about this. What if actually?
No, I don't like
Spider-Man was such a fun part of Civil War, but we got to think about it.
Yeah.
How does this affect Peter's character? His story, because we know that Tony Stark was a very big part of it. He was like, hey, you got to be a man without the suit.
Yeah, that's really true.
Does that idea get pushed even further now that he has no taste of the good life? He's like the ultimate underdog now.
Yeah, that's true. Like, if he wasn't introduced to that, like, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have gotten a new suit.
Yeah,
and really, like, I don't think he would really get that idea of like, like there's a really greater sense of responsibility of what you really need to be doing with your powers, and really honing down what's really important and what's not.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely like see. I can't think of this shit without like without it.
What, crying? Without crying?
No.
I'm crying right now.
Oh, okay. Well,
what would be a really interesting introduction if, let's say, he never met any of those Avengers or whatever. He's still with the Slacks. An interesting introduction is like if he meets up with Iron Man right when he's getting hit by that alien in at the beginning of an Infinity War, because he sees something's going on. Ooh. And then he comes in and it's pretty similar to that scene in Infinity War, but this is the first time Iron Man and him are meeting.
Ooh,
and Iron Man's like, who the hell are you?
Dude. I would like that. But especially if like Iron Man already knew what he was, and like Spider-Man, he was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know me?
Yeah. But that's the thing. I feel like since Peter wouldn't be as prepared, there wouldn't be an Iron Spider suit or whatever. They're just he'd be left home out on Earth, during the events of Infinity
War. Hell yeah! Like, yeah. There would literally be like a 100% chance that like Stark would be like, no, you need to get the fuck out, like now,
yeah.
Like
you gotta go.
Like, no,
you're not going to space. Who are you?
Like, don't get this wizard. Don't get this guy. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Now.
I'll take care of it. And there's more of a chance that Iron Man could die
in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Hell yeah. Okay. Like, Spider-Man, in my opinion, was a big part in Infinity War. Okay. You saw how he kicked Thanos in the fucking face. Okay. You have to have like a lot of balls to kick someone like Thanos in the fucking face. All right, like,
and also, okay,
like, not even Cap did it. I mean, yeah, sure, he had the hammer, he had the shield, but he didn't land a foot on Thanos.
No, he just like, landed everything else on Thanos.
Yeah, okay.
He just landed every other limb.
Fucking Spider-Man landed that fucking kick. Okay,
that's great. What's another thing is that
magic of a kick.
What?
Fucking did that 3 times.
No, dude, Spider-Man was also the big reason why Tony Stark went to do his thing in Endgame.
Hell yeah.
He was the motivation for Stark to go on with Cap, risk it all, and be like, look, we'll bring everyone back. Now that's crazy to think about.
Hell yeah.
That whole motivation is gone now.
Yeah, to think about that whole motivation not being there anymore, like that just leaves the universe to like a greater like what you may call it.
Yeah, because no one figures out time travel at that point unless they find someone else. I don't know who else they could find. You know, I don't think that Reed would be around at that point, or
New Avengers
or New Event. Yeah, Damn, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
there's
there's no way you can not have this fucking what if.
Well, it's crazy. Well, that's an interesting thing, is that this is like what a lot of people now would have wanted. And it's weird to me because I feel like the last two Spider-Man films, Homecoming and Far From Home, were really fun and they got the character down really, really well. You know, I know that it's not Tobey Maguire, and I think a lot of people are blinded by that, and they're already coming in with confirmation bias, you know, but I don't see that when I go watch the movie. People are cheering. People are having a great time.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know,
okay.
What happens when they leave? What happens? I don't get it. You know?
They just shit talk like under their throats?
I don't get it, though. A lot of people would want this what if. You know, it's like, oh, take Spider-Man out. Well, dude,
I'm pretty sure,
what
like,
the hell? I don't get it.
I'm pretty sure, like, Marvel, they can, like, really think of something, especially now that they have, like, their, like, what if series. I would definitely like to see, like, a what if about Spider-Man.
Never meeting Iron Man, or
hell yeah, because I'm pretty sure they can think of shit that we haven't even thought of
absolutely,
yet. Like,
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You're talking about like a boardroom filled with like more than 100 people, like all thinking about this shit. Like, how the hell could you do a what if with Spider-Man?
God. Yeah. Well,
see, see, because this guy's a fucking icon. He's the face of Marvel. Okay, like whenever you research of Marvel, there he is. Can't fucking escape it.
It's weird. It's weird to me when I see that whole Spider-Man doesn't belong there. No. But his history is rooted within Marvel Comics, within crossovers. He's met up with so many people since the beginning. The first Amazing Spider-Man issue is him meeting up with Fantastic Four, and here people are being like, "Oh, I don't want him to meet. He works better on his own." Whereas before. You know, like the Amazing Spider-Man films were failing. That was the reality.
They didn't shit.
They were failing financially, critically. They didn't seem like they were on the right track with that third film that was announced. You know, the plans that were going into the Amazing Spider-Man 3 sounded horrifying.
Here. Look. It was see, after the first Avengers movie, like, that was really successful. Mm-hmm. And then during that time, you know, the Amazing Spider-Man came out, the first one. Like, a lot of people really saw the success in the Avengers. Like, they really wanted Spider-Man to show up. Like, dude, like, Spider-Man fucking belongs in the Avengers, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
people have been wanting it forever. And now that's happened. It didn't go the way they thought. I don't know what they were picturing to happen. You know, it's funny.
Well, for him to show up like at the end of Age of Ultron.
I don't know. You know, I was talking, and I think this actually, what I'm going to bring up might be a part of it.
What's up?
I think people pretend to want different things, but they don't accept it when it happens. Like, I was talking to Rob, who is not like this, but we were talking about Venom joining the MCU, right? And he'd obviously join up and meet up with Spider-Man. And when we're talking, he's talking about, and then, you know, Spider-Man would get the suit, he'd get the black suit, he'd fight Venom and everything. And this was right after we watched Spider-Man 3, where all of that already happened. The MCU does not work that way, I don't think. They don't tread a lot. I mean, they go through similar stories as time goes on, but whenever they're dealing with something like this, they don't just repeat other films. Yeah. I don't see them doing that. Spider-Man 3, I mean, they covered it back then, you know, they did the him getting the suit in that way. You know, Robert was talking about beat for beat for beat, you know, like Spider-Man gets the suit, becomes a dick, he takes it off, he fights Venom. You know?
Yeah,
and
no, see.
especially now with who Venom is now, with that movie that came out, he's not a villain. That wouldn't fit with this, you know?
Yeah, it wouldn't.
It's weird to me that, and Robert is not like this. Once again, I have to say that he's not like this. We were just talking, but we get your friendly bout discussions.
There
okay,
you go.
we're friendly competitors, you know. But that's all I'm saying is that mentality is like if Robert is 0, these people are 60 with that, you know? do you get what I mean? Like people change, really.
I really do like what Marvel is doing currently right now. Like
with
they're
Spider-Man.
not, yeah, like they're
or just
not
in general.
Well, with Spider-Man specifically,
right.
because like they're switching things up. Like they're not going like for like villains that have already been used and into the same stories and shit.
Yeah.
Like look at Green Goblin. I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to see MCU Green Goblin, but we can't yet. Like there's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
To explore.
There's
like,
a lot of things.
Like,
to
dude,
cover.
we're about to get Kraven the Hunter. I've been waiting to see that motherfucker.
In what?
In Spider-Man, okay?
What do you mean? Where'd you hear that?
Like Spider-Man 3, you know?
Where'd you hear that?
Well, I mean...
You do this a lot, Justin. You
Okay,
just say things, but you don't research it.
No, there are a lot of sources.
Rumors.
Rumors and shit.
I would love it.
Yes.
But we can't just say things like this.
Yeah.
We're not some tabloid-ass podcast, all right?
But look...
You would like to see Kraven?
Spider-Man 3 is the perfect movie to introduce Kraven the Hunter, especially how they ended Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 3 is the perfect film to do a lot of stuff, man.
A lot of stuff. I mean, like you could do the introduction of the Sinister Six, although I would leave that for
yeah, you gotta wait on
that. That's a lot more character development right there. But but yeah, see, like Kraven the Hunter. You need him in there, okay? Like,
well, they're making a movie about Kraven.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna play out, but yeah, but if Spider-Man 3 was like legit based off of
that's what I'm
Kraven's
saying,
last
man.
time.
That's what I'm saying. Well, let's say it wasn't. Let's say it wasn't,
yeah.
Right? And let's say in some crazy ass way, it's the film that we've been talking about. We did a podcast with Angel about it, about where Daredevil comes in and he has to defend him.
Ooh.
And there is no real villain. It's just conceptual. It's a conceptual film. There'd be people complaining about it because there's no villain.
Yeah.
Even though there probably would be an antagonist, or an antagonist of some sort, because you got Spider-Man and Daredevil in the same film. How are they not going to fight someone together? But
well, I mean,
imagine if it wasn't that. Imagine if it was just a completely different film. People would complain about it. It's like, what?
Well,
Spider-Man?
yeah,
He's not fighting anyone in this movie?
Well, yeah, the
F+.
Yeah, see that would be a problem. But like, dude, let's just say like you do introduce Daredevil in there, okay?
Sure.
And like let's just say like that, like Kingpin, like right there, and then like people are not gonna fucking flip. They're like they're
people would flip.
Well, okay.
I feel like
in a good way,
flip no matter what. I mean, good and bad. I feel people don't know what they want.
Well, yeah, but like either way, like I don't fucking care. It's still gonna be regardless a good Spider-Man movie in my opinion.
Yeah, the people who say Spider-Man does not belong in the MCU, they've already bought their ticket for the next Spider-Man in the MCU film.
Well, yeah, that's because
they're going.
That's because like they don't know what they're talking about. Like they're just saying random shit without even thinking twice about what the fuck they're saying.
I wish I had someone here who said that type of stuff, so I could talk to them. I want to know. I want to know about it.
They could do this what if.
Yeah, this what if is for you. Enjoy it.
See, like that's a thing. Like you can't imagine Spider-Man out in the MCU anymore. Like it's impossible. Like yeah, sure, they did it. They did it the first time with Tobey Maguire, and it was all right. It was good. Okay.
Oh, it was great with Tobey, dude.
Okay, well,
Come
the
on,
first two were great. Okay.
Spider-Man 3 is great. Spider-Man 3 is great. That movie
it was too fast paced with the villains, but
it
either
had
way
problems. It had problems.
But either way, it was good.
No, it had problems, but the thing, it was an artist that was being closeted in by the studio.
Yes,
that's what it was. It was look. We could have had a great film. You know, we could have had the best in the trilogy with Spider-Man 3. But I rewatched it recently. It has problems, but it has heart. It has every other beat that the other films have. It has, even though not all the villains, like, you're right, not all the villains are developed terribly well, but the ones that are already there, like Harry Osborn, we've been waiting for that.
Oh yeah,
Sandman was great, you know.
Okay, Sandman was the best part of that movie.
Sure, yes. Venom, Eddie Brock was annoying, but I thought the way that Venom, the symbiote, I thought that was worked better. You know, I thought that was worked well.
Yeah.
You know,
well, but Spider-Man 2 is my favorite.
Yeah, sure, and I don't blame you for that. I don't blame you for that.
Look.
But Spider-Man 3 is not the terrible film that it was made out to be. I'm sorry, it's just not, and I think people are realizing that.
See, here, let me tell you something, okay? When you say you're gonna do MCU Sinister Six, like, I don't know how you can do that without like the top dog.
Who's that?
Of the Sinister Six, and you know who I'm talking about. Fucking
Doc Ock.
Yeah, and like, look, I
think he's the one they're building up to.
I understand that, but like after what we just witnessed in Spider-Man 2, I don't think
Far From Home. Spider-Man 2.
No, Tobey Maguire.
There are 3 Spider-Man 2s. You gotta be more
specific. my bad. Like here, like, I don't think you can get any better than that version of Doc Ock. Okay,
I think.
Sorry, that
Alfred Molina was great. Alfred Molina was a great Spider-Man villain. I think that what they're doing, I think they're probably building up to him way more than Norman. And I know, I know people think like they look at the Green Goblin as the main Spider-Man villain. For me, it's always been Doc Ock.
No, it's been Doc Ock.
Like, they have way more personal beef towards each other in the comics. Like, they do way... Like, he does way worse shit to Peter in the comics.
Yeah, dude, he even switched bodies with Peter,
right,
okay?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
You know, that's what I'm saying. And I think Doc Ock... Because you're right. You don't do Sinister Six without him. And I think they're building him. They're probably gonna build him up in the next trilogy.
Yeah, you see, look here. Let me tell you something, okay? With all these like videos that I've been seeing about, like, you know, like Norman Osborn leading the Sinister Six and stuff like that, him being Green Goblin and stuff like that. I don't like that, okay? I've never ever seen like a team up with the Sinister Six and the Green Goblin, okay? Like, I don't really think that works. Green Goblin, like, he's his own. He's
enough.
Yeah, he's enough, dude. Yeah. With all of them, like, that's overkill.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if I saw that in a movie.
Okay.
But what I hear what you're saying. I think Doc Ock is the leader. His ego is way too big not to be the leader. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, he's leader because Doc Ock is the one who's the genius. You know, he's the smartest one. He outsmarts all the other fools, including someone like Mysterio, which is why I'm really interested in how a confrontation between the one we got in MCU and Doc Ock in the MCU. That's what I'm saying. I think they're building him up.
See, look. I would love to see that. See, like, look, Mysterio and Doc Ock just like talking and shit, and like literally Doc Ock talking down to Mysterio would be the best.
I get it right.
Fucking like
my nut hairs would
like straighten. Best villain, like, you know, like talk ever in the MCU. Okay, like
it put things into major perspective. It's like, oh,
dude, hell yeah, shit. Okay.
And like Doc Ock looks at what Mysterio did in London and being like,
that's cute.
Yeah, cute. Nice science project.
I could do better.
No, I'm not projecting anything. I'm for real with that.
Yeah, see, like, look, like, I would love it, and if he just told him, like, see, look, what you did, that's a bitch move, okay? Watch me tear this motherfucker apart, okay?
You know what he'd do? He'd look at, like, the last move by Mysterio, like, oh, you revealed his identity? That's cute. I'm gonna destroy his whole life, son. You think this whole vague artist type thing you're doing with revealing his identity? Okay, bitch. You're on the bench warmer, all right? Piece of shit.
See, like that's.
Why don't you gargle my nuts?
See, that's
in
the
your
thing.
mouth?
Like Spider-Man 3 is all about. I think it's gonna be mainly about like identity.
Absolutely.
And like I don't know what the hell you could do.
Craven,
like,
I hope Craven, because you're right. Everyone else, they have that idea. That's a good idea. Craven as the villain. And third one, hunting him down. I don't know why you'd hunt him down. I don't know why that would be, or how that would intersect with his own film. Where I'm pretty sure the idea for that is him hunting Spider-Man. So, let's just hope for the best.
Yeah, see, they're already building shit up, and I don't see how you can, like, legit turn this shit down without having Spider-Man in the MCU, okay?
I don't know. But that's what this what if was all about, basically.
Here, let me tell you something, okay? That in itself is, like, already 10 years of fucking awesomeness, okay?
What is?
Like, 10 years of just, like, great Spider-Man building up, okay?
Yeah.
All right? Like, fuck.
Him showing up as a... What? Or just the Sinister Six?
Yeah, like,
yeah.
Like, dude, hell yeah. And then, like, Sinister Six, like, dude, best villains ever. Yeah. Like, that's it. Like, you don't need anything else. That's it.
I've been waiting.
We've all been waiting.
I need it.
I've been waiting for that dude that played a Scorpion.
Oh, yeah.
To be Scorpion, okay? He's a badass.
It'll happen.
Oh, I know it'll happen.
Just wait.
And I can't wait who they will choose for Doc Ock. Dude, whoever the hell they're gonna choose for Doc Ock. They're gonna choose you. No. They need to choose someone like we didn't even think. Okay, like.
All right. Well, I think that's all we have to say on the what if. We didn't focus much on the scenario, but I think we had a good discussion either way. My name is Julius.
I am Justin.
It's been 3 years of the GOAT podcast. So let's get to 3,000 subscribers. And after that, we will get to 30,000. And it will be all because of you. Thank you so much.
But please get us to 3 million.
Yeah, exactly. I like the way you think. All right, everybody. Peace out.
Peace.
The GOAT podcast is proof you don't have to look any further for movie news, reviews, trailer reactions, or special discussions. Subscribe, get notified about what's going on, and I promise you'll be entertained by our daily content on YouTube. If you want more, we're on Twitter at GOAT Film Podcast, Instagram The GOAT Podcast, and the GOAT Movie Group on Facebook. Get connected with us, see what's happening, and make sure to love it while you're doing so.